What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy and welcome to our video on the channel. Today guys, I want to talk about how much of Quadratum I think we're actually going to be getting within the next couple of games. Quadratum is one of the things that a lot of people are interested in, one of the most interesting things heading into Phase 2. As far as original worlds go, Quadratum and Scarlet Kylum are the two at the top of the list for worlds that people just want to explore. They're at the front point of interest compared to any Disney world, any other original world returning. These two new worlds that were very recently introduced in the Kingdom Hearts series, Scarlet being introduced in Kingdom Hearts 3 and Quadratum being introduced in that same game in the secret ending, but you could kind of say Melody of Memory as well, just when we figured out the name. Will Quadratum end up being a world that is kind of spoon-fed to us, kind of like how Scala is at the moment? We haven't gotten a lot of Scarlet Kylum. We got a very little area of it in base Kingdom Hearts 3, got an expanded area in Remind, which looked really cool, but there wasn't as much like substance behind it. You could walk around, look around the area and figure out how these people lived, what sort of society it was, and it has this mysterious vibe to it that I really love. But for the most part, aside from a couple of things you can interact with, you're just fighting Heartless and collecting Kyrie's pieces. So I definitely want to see more of this world in the future. In Dark Road, we haven't even seen that much of it either. We've basically seen the exact same areas of Scala aside from one area, the graveyard, that we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3. But in the ending of Union Cross though, we saw a completely different side of Scala that looks very different from the Scala we see even in Kingdom Hearts 3 and Dark Road. This likely being one of the earlier iterations of Scala, potentially being one of the many islands that you see in Scarlet Kylum. Basically, what I'm saying is this world has been shown to us in increments, and they're definitely saving it for a future game. We're definitely going to be exploring it in the future, and it might end up being a main world we go back and forth to if it does have something to do with the Union Leaders, Lost Masters. Not if, actually, well, it does, so we're probably going to be going back and forth with it. With Quadratum, on the other hand, it's a world that is exclusive right now to basically just Sora, Riku, Yozora. We barely know anything about this world. Sora and Riku, when they wake up in this world in the secret ending, which was a part of Riku's dream apparently, they're looking around and they have no idea like what's going on. Like, they're trying to figure out what is this place. Like, this is nothing like they've ever seen before. I think Quadratum, even among original worlds in the Kingdom Hearts series, stands out to a large degree, and not just because it's representative of actual areas in Japan, but because it's considered a other side, a completely other area in the Kingdom Hearts series, completely separate from our world, our realm, the realm of light, darkness in between, data, dreams. Quadratum is a world outside of all of those. We know nothing about it. We can't figure out anything about it. Even the Master of Masters in Union Cross said it's a world that he can't even conceive. And if the Master can't even explain this world, the person who seems to have the most knowledge in the Kingdom Hearts series, the person who is responsible for the Book of Prophecies, then that just adds a extra layer of mystery to it. They made sure to mention it in both Union Cross's finale and Melody of Memory, so I definitely think we're going to see more of this world soon. But is this going to be saved for a Kingdom Hearts 4? How soon are we going to see this world? Will VERUM be the next Kingdom Hearts game, or will it be part of a Kingdom Hearts 4 in the future or something? There's pretty solid arguments for both. I'm under the perception that if we were to get Quadratum in a future Kingdom Hearts game, if it's not a game that is completely surrounding Sora and Riku, then I think Quadratum would be spoon-fed to us in like secret episodes or in things similar to what we got in Remind, or something on par with Scarlet Kylum. We explore a little bit of the world, walk around for a bit, get into a fight or 2 or 3, credits roll, that's what ends up happening. Then the game afterwards, or the Cage 4 afterwards, whatever game they decide to do, that's when we end up getting the full world. That's one route I can see them going. And the reason I could see them doing that is because since this is a world that seems to be one of the main things that is going to be part of the story in the next saga, it could be something saved for a big number title that from Square Enix's perspective, I'm sure is almost guaranteed to get the numbers that they want to get out of it. And in that same sense, it will be something to get the most attention out of it. But that also could work the other way around. Putting something as interesting as Quadratum and making an entire game about it would get those Kingdom Hearts fans who aren't as crazy about non-number titles to play those non-number titles. This world is completely built off of mystery alone, and we have like zero context to it really. And not the exact type of vague mystery Kingdom Hearts normally does when it comes to hearts and lore. Quadratum is something completely unlike anything we've ever seen in KH. As I've described in so many videos, there's so many branches that they can go down for Kingdom Hearts in the future. All of them representing certain characters who can create very interesting stories that benefit Phase 2, the next saga, and I'm really curious as to where they're going to start with all of this. What game is going to be first? What game is going to be announced first next year during that 20th anniversary? It's been something that's been on my mind since Kingdom Hearts 3, since they told us that we're going to be getting news for the 20th anniversary. It's exciting to think about. I wonder how in-depth they would go with exploration for this world. If they did give us the whole world, would it be like multiple cities like that Sora and Riku can go to trying to search for something? Riku searching for Sora, Sora probably searching for his way out, Yuzora likely searching for them or trying to figure out what they're doing here. So many questions, but tell me what you guys think. How do you think Quadratum is going to work? Do you guys think they're going to give us like all of Quadratum like at once, or do you think they're going to spoon feed it to us like they've been doing with Scarlet Kylum, giving us little sections here and there in each game, and then having one game that does fully showcase it or does have it as like a hub world, so to speak? Which is another thing I can say as well. A lot of the other worlds, original worlds for Kingdom Hearts, are either hub worlds or they're like final boss labyrinths or something. Like when you think about it, Traverse Town, Radiant Garden, Keyblade Graveyard, the world that never was, most of these worlds were either final boss areas or just straight up hub worlds for our characters. Worlds we visited like more than once, 3-4 times. It was like a world to either recuperate or a world to defeat the big bad guy in that game. Quadratum could be something similar, but I get the vibe that Quadratum is going to be something more than that. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think again. But if you guys enjoyed today's video though, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all that you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer.